guys, today is Saturday. I hope everyone's day is off to an amazing start. Thanks so much for stopping in today, guys. Oh my gosh, I have not started a video in the vehicle in forever, but I hope you guys are well. Today's Saturday, like I said, so you're probably seeing this on Sunday. Guys, I am taking you all back to where I first started here on YouTube with DIYs. So I want to send a huge thank you out to CRICUT for partnering with me to bring you guys today's video. So right now we are headed, you and I, to pick up a few things to complete this weekend's group of DIY projects. I have some great ones in store for you guys today. Guys, we are back home. I am a greasy mess. Don't worry about that. Focus on the fact that this video is the type of video that, again, I started out doing here on my channel. I have some free time today and I am really looking forward to diving into these projects. I again want to send a huge thank you out to CRICUT for partnering with me on today's video. Guys, CRICUT sent over to me, oh my gosh, feast your eyes. CRICUT sent over to me, guys, the CRICUT Joy. This little gem right here, if you love to DIY, is going to be your best friend, as it is mine. I have just been around here, guys, just really enjoying myself, creating some really personalized items for Chase's dorm. You guys know, if you have been watching the channel here lately, Chase is getting ready to graduate from high school here in a few short weeks. So that means he will be off to college soon after that. And so what I have been doing is just purchasing everything. I've purchased so much stuff, guys. I think we are just about done. Maybe not. But today I want to focus on some really personalized items that I feel will be beneficial for his dorm room, keep him organized, but also some little gems, some little mementos that I feel when he looks back on them, when Eric and I are back here at the house being empty nesters, he'll think about his dear old mom and look upon those items fondly. So that's what we're going to do here today. First off, though, we are going to make Chase's graduation cards. So you guys know, with the times we're living in, everyone isn't privy to an in-person graduation. We are very thankful that Chase's high school has given us the go-ahead. We are going to have an in-person ceremony, I should say. However, we are only allowed to invite 4 guests. So only 4 members of our family can come. So with that, there was no need for us to go out and buy a huge stack of invitations. And so what I have been finding is that I can't just order 4 invitations. So again, CRICUT sending over the CRICUT Joy was right on time. So to get started with today's projects, guys, I simply need to set up my CRICUT Joy. And the setup process is so super simple. I absolutely love the fact that with the CRICUT Joy, I can be anywhere using any of my mobile devices to create my designs. And so once inside CRICUT Design Space, the possibilities are endless. As you can see, there's so many things that you can create, guys, with the CRICUT Joy. Here we are here, guys, in the design space. And as you can see, there are so many different designs for graduation cards. I really had a difficult time, I have to tell you. I really had a difficult time selecting just the one design that I felt would be great. All right, but I did. I came up with the one that I felt would be perfect, and it's this design right here. And it is so super simple to make. All right, so as you can see, I have you guys here taking a look at the design space from my laptop, but as I stated, you can use your phone, any mobile device, your phone or your iPad, guys, to pull up the CRICUT Design Space. It is perfect. All right, I love the fact that When you use your mobile device, you can create these designs anywhere. Vacation, sitting by the pool if you need to. You don't necessarily have to be anchored to your home. So with my design selected, I can go ahead and get started on the graduation cards, and CRICUT has just an array of different colors and designs to choose from when you are ready to make your graduation cards, your Mother's Day cards, your birthday cards. They have you covered. And just like that, guys, I have some really unique looking graduation cards. With the CRICUT Joy, I was able to put my own little personal spin on the graduation cards. And yes, I know I only needed 4, but I did go ahead and make a few more. I feel that when we do have guests over to the house after the graduation for a little light snack and cake and things like that, I can actually use some of the cards for decor. But the cards are just great. I love them. CRICUT has just an array of colors and finishes for the graduation cards, but these cards, guys, can be used for Mother's Day. You know, Mother's Day is coming up, birthday. The designs are just simply endless. Alright, and so with the graduation cards all done, I just love them. I want to share with you guys the organization aspects of this weekend's DIY. We are a very organized household. However, once Chase heads off to school, I don't know if he's going to be able to keep it up. So I want to give him as much help as possible. And so I feel that anyone can be organized as long as each and every item has its own little place, its own little designated spot. So I had these old containers here. I actually shared these little storage containers with you guys a few videos back. I'm not using them anymore. They're kind of cloudy, as you can see, but they still have a really good seal on them, and I felt that they would be perfect for housing some of the items that he would have in his dorm room. And so I immediately went back to the food and kitchen area of CRICUT Design Space. I needed some designs, some images for maybe spoons and straws and things like that. And as you can see, guys, the possibilities are here again, endless. And look at the designs they have for the teachers. You guys know I'm a former teacher. CRICUT wasn't around when I was teaching, but had it been, oh boy, oh boy, my kids would have been in for a treat. And so for one of the canisters, I chose this particular label here, shaving supplies, and I love that CRICUT has the smart label vinyl. Oh my gosh, this stuff is just genius. And what makes it so smart, it's just really smart, is the fact that I don't need any type of board or mat or anything when I use this smart label vinyl. I just simply stick it inside of my CRICUT Joy and set my machine to go, and I have my label. I also love the fact that the CRICUT blades and pins are just super easy to switch in and out of the CRICUT Joy. So for my next DIY project, guys, I had a few canvas containers or storage boxes, whatever you want to call them, that I wanted to be just a little bit more fancy with. So I decided to use CRICUT's Smart Iron-On for the CRICUT Joy, of course, along with my CRICUT Easy Press, and iron my labels, guys, right onto these canvas storage boxes. And I feel they are going to look so great in his dorm room. Everything so organized and, like I said, neat and in its place. And I cannot wait to show you all how everything turns out. All right, guys, I could not let you get out of here without sharing my favorite DIY for the day. So I grabbed CRICUT's Smart Vinyl. This is actually their permanent Smart Vinyl. I wanted to create a nameplate for Chase's door, very similar to this example that I'm sharing with you here. You guys know that these nameplates can be created to make wreaths, welcome signs, all things just fun, and as you see here, welcoming. Well, I wanted to create one for his dorm room door, and so I grabbed this little piece of wood, had Eric cut it to size, spray painted it a few coats of black paint using my Smart Vinyl, my CRICUT Joy, and the rest, as they say, is history. Well, that's going to do it for this portion of the video, guys. I really want to once again send out a huge thank you to CRICUT for sending over the CRICUT Joy. This CRICUT Joy, guys, has been amazing. It has really enabled me to create some super personalized items for Chase's dorm room. Be sure to check out the description box, guys. Check out that description box for all the links that you will need to get your very own CRICUT Joy and start getting your DIY projects on for this summer.
Hopefully you're feeling blessed and not stressed. Remember when I say that tagline, stop, take a minute, count your blessings. I feel blessed to be able to join you for another week of Pink Packet Shoutouts. And I say a week, but this week we actually won't get to the full week of orders. And let me explain what I mean. Today is Wednesday. Normally I will shoot Pink Packet Shoutouts all week, Thursday, Friday, and all those shoutouts will go into the Sunday video. This week, because of my wife's filming schedule, she has some other projects she's working on. We won't get to all these shoutouts in this video, okay? We'll get to all the orders. So if you ordered this past Sunday, you're like, wait a minute, I had an order and I don't have a shout out. Don't worry, your order's still going out this week and your shout out will be in next week's video. What you're going to see today really represents only about 40% of the orders that came in this week. Again, we couldn't get to all the shout outs in this video, but they'll be in the next video, and all the orders will definitely go out per our normal schedule. So have no fear in that regard. As a matter of fact, let's get to our first shout out, because this is a good example. First of all, much love to this person, Kimberly F. Kimberly F out of Canton, Michigan. Big old box, big box, third order. Thank you so much, Kimberly F, for rocking with us, for riding with us. My Roots, She Overcame, Black Marriages Matter, Melanin Hoodie, Addicted to Coffee. Thank you so much, Kimberly F. And the reason I bring up Kimberly F when I talk about the pink package shout out schedule, not only did Kimberly place this first order that's in this box for this week, she had another order that came in after this one, but I don't have that one, you know, ready right now to probably ship out tomorrow. So, but again, you know, we're not getting to all the pink package shout outs this week, but you guys, if you're not in this week's video, you'll be in next week's video. Thank you so much, Kimberly, for that huge order. And again, she is out of, make sure I say that, Canton, Michigan, and this is her third order with the Unfrumpy Mommy Store. Thank you so much, Kimberly. And you've got another, your fourth order, that's coming right behind this one, that'll be in the next shout outs. Jameen H out of Bluebell, Pennsylvania. Now, when I think of Bluebell, Pennsylvania, Jameen, and you can let us know if this is true or false, I think of like dairies and ice cream. Let us know if that is like a real thing. Is there really a lot of dairy farming and ice cream and cows and milk production in Bluebell, or is that just like marketing? But thank you so much, Jameen, for your Malcolm X Watercolors t-shirt order and your Lux shirt order. Thank you so much, Jameen. Next up, Walter S. Now, you guys know we love when we get orders from the fellas. This is also a repeat order out of Seffner, Florida. Shout out to Walter out of Seffner. Shades of Melanin, Malcolm X t-shirt for men's. So thank you so much, Walter, for those orders. And that is your second order. So thank you so much, Walter. Shout out to you. Janice P out of Chi-Town. My Roots. So Malcolm X Watercolors is a hot shirt. I'm so glad you guys are buying that. Malcolm X is one of my personal heroes. I've always talked about. My dad made me like read the autobiography of Malcolm X when I was like in middle school, and I made Chase read it. Must have reading. Thank you so much, Janice. I said Janice, it might be Janice. Janice P out of Chicago, Illinois. Thank you so much, Janice P out of Chicago, for the My Roots and Malcolm X. Way to represent for the culture. Jasmine J, home team, Duluth, Georgia. Jasmine J, Duluth is a beautiful, beautiful suburb here in Atlanta. That's where Jasmine hails from. This is her second order. She ordered one of the new shirts, black, no cream, no sugar, and golden glow. So again, representing for the culture. Thank you so much, Jasmine J, for that black, no cream, no sugar, and the golden glow t-shirt order. Karen F out of Detroit, a Lux shirt. Thank you so much, Karen, for your multiple orders. Thank you again for supporting us out of Detroit, Michigan, and that is Karen F. Sonia E, first order. Welcome to the family, Sonia E. We get so much love from Texas. This is our first order from Humboldt, Texas. So thank you so much, Sonia, from Humboldt, Texas, for your first order. Diana Ross Retro. Kimberly W. So another Kimberly, another Chi-Town, out of Chi-Town. See, in Chi-Town, you guys can still wear hoodies this time of year. A Lux shirt and a Lux hoodie. So thank you so much, Kimberly W, for that second order out of Chicago. I tell you, Chicago is one of my favorite cities in the summertime. Like, you cannot beat Chicago in the summertime, late spring, early fall. Great, great city. I don't know how you guys do it in the wintertime, but great, great city. I would love to be up there come June, July, and just hang out. Great, great city. Diva T, huge, massive order. Diva T out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Thank you so much for your second order. We must have done something right the first time. Diva T out of Mooresville, North Carolina. Often imitated, never duplicated. Lux shirt, Brown Sugar Babe, Savage, Brown Sugar Babe. Thank you so much for these multiple orders. What's interesting too about Diva's order, she ordered 2 Brown Sugar Babe shirts, as you guys can tell, but one was the white shirt and one was the black shirt. So we love to see that variety. Thank you so much, Diva T. So even though we had a short and pink package shout out this week, I still wanted to go through my topic of the week with you guys. Here lately, I've either been posing a topic or a question and asking for feedback. You guys have been really good in the comments about leaving feedback. As a matter of fact, I want to shout some of you out who always leave feedback. Now, I probably won't get to everybody, but there are a few of you that I always recognize their names. Christine Harris, Tammy Hunter, TT Party of 6 always has good stuff. Queen of Hope, who is a Life of Hope on Instagram, always has good feedback. Cynthia F., Tess Mackey, Linda Ann Oliver, Sonia Early, a lot of you guys. Shanita Richardson is always one of the first people to comment. So thank you, and I apologize if I didn't get to you, but thank you all for being one of the ones to first to comment and always having good feedback. You know, I think it's good on social media to see what other people are thinking. What I wanted to talk about in this shout out in terms of what people are thinking, you know, I think the theme here on our channel lately has been college, 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 and Chase going to college and us preparing for that and preparing for being empty nesters. As you guys probably know, my wife and I both went to college. We went to Florida A&M. We met at Florida A&M, and then also both went to grad school. And Chase is going to college. But I want to say this: college is not for everybody and is not required to be successful. And I'm gonna put an asterisk by that. And you guys, again, this is a conversation. Let me know what you guys think. I don't want to give the impression, right, when we talk about college, that it's the route to success for everybody. Everybody needs to go to college. And I'm gonna put an asterisk beside that, and I'm explain what I mean. And the analogy I want to use is sports. I want to use the NFL, the National Football League, and the NBA, the National Basketball Association, as my analogy here. So I think when you think about people not going to college that are successful, and there's some very successful people, especially in the tech space, that either didn't go to college or didn't finish college. I don't think Elon Musk, Bill Gates, you know, those guys went to college. Steve Jobs, right? Either went to college and dropped out or had very little college and didn't finish. And I would compare those guys to what happens in the NBA and guys that get drafted out of high school, right? The NBA historically, probably more than any other league, has had some great superstars that came right out of high school. LeBron James and Kobe Bryant are probably the most well-known, came right out of high school. Kevin Garnett, I think Moses Malone came right out of high school. But the thing is, there are two factors there. They were so supremely talented that they could skip college, right? So if you're going to skip college in the academic world and go right into the business world, you have to be very, very talented. You have to be very bright and very mature, because we got to remember, college isn't just for intelligence. A lot of it is just maturing you, right? It's the first time you're on your own. It's the first time you have real responsibility. And a lot of us right out of high school aren't ready for that level of responsibility. So college helps with that. So if you're extremely talented, if you just have a lot of business acumen or just very bright or very talented in a specific area, then by all means, don't waste your time and money going to college, especially with the expense of college. And I think people kind of know that, but there's a second aspect that I want to bring out. And this is where I use the NFL and the NBA comparison. You also have to look at the league, right? The NBA and basketball is set up, the way the sport works, you don't have to have the physical and mental maturity that you need in the NFL. You will never hear about, and I can't think of any, especially in recent history, any players that have come out of high school into the NFL. It's just not something that happens, because the NFL is just a different beast. It's more physical. The plays are more complicated. It takes a different level, a different mentality. So you'll never see in the modern era, and I don't think even going back to the 60s, an NFL player that came out of high school. Now you hear about guys that maybe walked onto the practice squad, right, after being out in the world for a few years, but you don't hear about, like, you know, the Atlanta Falcons going to the local high school here and drafting like a high school student. Like, that doesn't happen because you're not ready. And that analogy is like, for me, it's kind of like, you know, certain industries, right? Like, if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, you got to go to school, and we need doctors and lawyers, right? I'm not going to go to somebody that didn't go to, you know, didn't study anatomy, didn't go to pre-med, didn't go to grad school to get surgery, right? I'm not going to walk into a courtroom with somebody that hasn't studied law for many, many years, and my life might be on the line, or my freedom, or a lawsuit. So I think it also depends on the industry. A lot of the people that we talk about that are successful that didn't go to college are in the tech space. And the tech space is just different like that. If you are a talented programmer and just fundamentally understand technology and are just fundamentally like a great mathematician and kind of have that level of intelligence, then yeah, you can skip. But in a lot of industries, nursing, teaching, doctors, lawyers, and these are industries that are the bedrock of society. We can't function without these people. You got to go to school. So I think when I hear that comment, I hear it on both sides. I don't think college people should say, hey, you absolutely have to go to college. I went to college and that's the only route to success. I don't think you should say that. I don't think people that didn't go to college should say college is a waste of time. Why are you going to college? I guarantee you, if you are sick, personally, and I know there are alternative medicines out there and that has some validity, but personally, I want to go to somebody that has a lot of schooling. Chase wants to be a lawyer. I've already warned Chase several times. You don't want to graduate with a pre-law degree and then not go to law school, right? So if you go to college, you got to get a degree where you can come out and make money. Don't go and get a pre-law degree that really doesn't have any practical application and then say, you know what, I don't feel like going to law school. You got to be in it for the long haul. You know, the liberal arts can be tricky. A lot of liberal arts degrees, there's not necessarily a direct path to a job. If you go get a degree in English, you know, you just got to make sure you have a track to still work somewhere. And by the way, you don't always have to work in the industry that you had a major in. You can work in English, have an English major, for example, and still go work in the tech space. You just need to go make those contacts early on, do a little bit more networking, maybe go about it in a different path. But that's my take on it. Let me know your take in the comments. Also, I also want to mention too, by the way, the trades, right? Obviously plumbing, I mean, we're homeowners. I do as much as I can around the house, but it's just some stuff I'm not going to do. We all know, I think we all know electricians, plumbers, HVAC, you know, those folks, it goes without saying. They do very well. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. I think more than anything too, this isn't really a conversation for adults. This is a conversation you have to have with children and guide them on that path, right? Growing up, right? You have to keep it real with them. Hey, maybe you need to go to trade school, or you need to go to college, or hey, you're a great programmer. Maybe go online and take these programming classes and build your own app and sell millions of dollars worth of this app, and you don't have to go to college, right? I think it's just a matter of guiding, you know your children, you know what they're talented in, you know what they're not talented in, you know who needs to go to college and who doesn't. For me, college was a great stepping stone. I was very mature coming out of high school, but college made me that much more mature, having my own. It put me out there, but I wasn't fully out there in the way where I was at a lot of risk, right? It allowed me to make some mistakes and recover from those mistakes. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. There's the other topic, and I kind of skipped it this week, but we'll get back to it, that I want to talk about. But kind of be thinking about it, guys. This whole debate of whether, and this is a totally separate topic, has nothing to do with college. Well, it kind of does, because we were talking about dorm rooms. If you think men are neater or women are neater, I'm not going to get into it on this Pink Package shout out, because I wanted to talk about the college debate, but we are going to talk about that because I've got some great points there. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys on next week's Pink Package shout out.